Um, hello? What are you doing here? Really? And I'm supposed to believe that? Come on, it's literally 12 a.m. What are you really doing here? Well, I am here because I couldn't sleep. I enjoyed taking strolls during the night. There are way less noisy people around. But that's besides the point. You don't look alright. Did something happen? Oh. Oh. I'm so sorry you had to experience that. Okay, first of all, that was a massive jerk. You deserve so much better. Don't play it off like that. Of course you do. Shh. It's okay. I'm here now, alright? I won't let anyone mess with you, okay? It's alright. Well, it is getting late. You should really go to sleep now. Um, well, okay, I don't mind if you tag along. Lucky for you, my apartment is very nearby and also has a guest room. So, why don't you spend the night? No, really, it's fine. Besides, I wouldn't want you to run into that jerk again. Or anyone else for that matter. And isn't your apartment around 3 kilometers from here? That's pretty far. It's okay. You can lend some of my pajamas. And if you need anything else, don't be afraid to ask. Ah, home sweet home. Come on, don't be shy now. Do you want me to make you some tea or hot chocolate? That always tends to help me when I'm feeling down. Alright. Alright, coming right up. Ah, before I forget, the guest room is to your left. You can take the PJs in the closet. See you in a minute. Ah, there we go. Is that comfortable? I see you've already changed into the PJs. Ah, and here's your drink. It might still be a little bit too hot though. Don't try to drink it too fast now. Ah, so, are you ready to sleep now? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I guess I could stay here for a while. Do you want me to tell you a story? Alright, what kind? You don't know? Oh well. How about this then? Once upon a time, there was a group of friends who got lost in the woods. They walked and walked, but the forest seemed to be infinitely big. Soon they grew horribly tired, and their feet were aching. What they didn't realize was that the forest belonged to a witch, who liked to lure in children who'd eventually end up falling asleep under those trees to never reawaken, for they would be consumed by the hungry soil and roots. Ah, I'm sorry. This is probably not a good story to fall asleep to. How I know of it? I don't quite remember actually. Perhaps I read it in a library book, or maybe my parents also told me this story to fall asleep to a long, long time ago. Ah, sorry again if I creeped you out or anything. Would it also be alright if I just stayed here and held your hand for a bit? You just want me to keep talking? Alright, but are you sure? Once I start rambling, it's sort of hard to stop. Alright. Just don't say I didn't warn you. So, what should I talk about? Anything? You're not exactly making it easier for me. Alright, since you were sick last Friday and didn't show up to our club meeting, you did miss a few things. For starters, Natsuki and Yuri made some kind of bet a while ago and decided to read the other's favorite book. And as you know, Natsuki is a huge manga fan. They had this big argument about that manga called something like Perfect Girls. Yuri thought the character writing and the plot were pretty shallow, and Natsuki kept going on and on about how fiction is everyone's safe haven, and therefore mindless fluff shouldn't be frowned upon. Well, you want to know what I think? Well, it's kind of sad that they ended up arguing about something like that. I know that it was more of a playful kind of arguing, but if you take part in such a bet and read something from a genre that you're not familiar with, shouldn't you go into the experience without any kind of bias? On the other hand, of course everyone has their own preferences. I'm glad that Yuri at least gave constructive criticism. This is one of her many strong suits after all. So Yuri, on the other hand, was a bit quiet. I guess she missed you. And she also started writing a short story. You know how we talked about fanfiction during our last meeting? She decided to write one about our club. I'm not sure what exactly it's about yet, but I think I heard her mumble something about some kind of coffee shop in college you. Well, she wanted to keep it a surprise. I'm sure she'll read it to us during our next meeting. She looked quite determined to finish it. Are you asleep already? No, I've kept you awake for too long already. We can talk more in the morning, okay? Just get some rest. Bye. Sweet dreams.